All right, so for these three problems, we're going to refer to this data here, where we have 1,000 students at a city high school, where they're classified according to both their GPA and whether or not they consistently skip classes. So we have this two-way table that summarizes the data, and let's suppose that we choose a student from the school at random. So I usually advise the first thing you do when you have a two-way table is just to take the time and just like figure out the totals, especially if they don't have it. Like it says we have 1,000 students, so we know that the total over here will be 1,000. And let's just add across the rows and columns. So here we have 80 plus 175, so 255. And 475 and 270. And these across will add up to 110. And these will be 890. It's really going to help you usually within the problem. Okay, now let's look at problem one, or the first part. So what is the probability that a student has a GPA under 2.0? So if we're talking about a student that has a GPA under 2.0, we just care about this column. We look at the total students in this column. This column refers to all the students that have less than a 2.0 GPA. We don't care if they skip a lot of classes or a few. We just care if they have a GPA less than 2.0. And the total is 255. There's 255 total students that have a GPA less than 2.0. So we do 255 divided by 1,000. And then that will be, 0.255. And so our answer would be, let's look at the next one. What's the probability that a student has a GPA under 2.0 or has skipped many classes? So it could be one or the other. So let's look at the values that correspond to this. So this counts as a student with less than 2.0. We can count this one too. Now the students that skip many classes would be this one, this, and this, because they're all in this row. So we add all these values up, that'll give us a total number of students that either had a GPA lower than 2.0 or they skipped many classes. So we add these values up, we get 255 plus 25 plus 5, and so you get 285. And then you divide that by 1,000, and that'll be 0.285. And so then our answer is C. All right, and then we look at what is the probability that a student has a GPA under 2.0 given that he or she has skipped many classes? So we're given a condition essentially. The condition is that he or she had to have skipped many classes. So with that in mind, that means we care about the values in here. We're limiting our individuals to the ones in this row because these are the ones that have skipped many classes. That has to be satisfied. So now we look at these values and we look at how many of them skipped many classes, or how many of these individuals had less than a 2.0. So the values that have the individuals that have less than a 2.0 in this row are just these 80. So we take 80 out of the total in that row, which is 110, we'll get about 0.72 repeating. And so then our answer is B.